So I'm gonna try something a little weird. It's a little out there, but just go with me on this. So let's imagine that tonight you go to sleep and in the middle of the night, a miracle happens. And you don't know that this miracle happened. You were asleep. But when you wake up in the morning, what would show you that a miracle had happened? What would be different? What would it look like? What would it feel like? How do you know that something has happened? Miguel, do you want
I
to start us off?
sure. I think, well, I would turn in bed towards my wife and she will actually smile at me and we'll have a cup of tea together and have breakfast together and I go to work and everything will be sorted. I think that's what a miracle would look like for me at this point.
So the first thing that would happen in a miracle is connection with Anita.
Yeah.
That first thing in the morning, that would be a miracle for you. So Anita, what is that like to hear that?
It's really it's nice to hear that he values our connection so much. I
Yeah.
feel like we've been putting so much time into everything else and we don't just talk anymore.
Yeah.
And I've definitely missed it, but I didn't know that he missed it too.
So Anita, I'm curious for you what your answer to that question about the miracle is.
Um, I think a miracle would be to be able to have a really nice, non-conflictual day as a family. Like us and the girls, and maybe we go hiking or we have a picnic or we go to the zoo and everyone is smiling the whole time and there's no arguments, there's no conflicts, there's no snide remarks. We just have a really nice day together.
So I'm from hearing from you that you'd know there would be a miracle because there would be this calm and this sort of ease between the family, and it would be such a big comforting ease that you would want to spend the whole day together. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. When is the last time that you two did something, just the two of you, that wasn't work related?
It's been a long time.
I don't even know. Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. At least 6 months, if not more.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that is a long time, but it's not a long time in a lot of ways. That tells me that at least in the last year, even though this you guys have been having a lot of, conflict within the relationship, that
Mhm.
you have taken the time to connect. And, it sounds like maybe you're even longing for more of that. It seemed like there was a little bit of disappointment that it had been that long. So I'm kind of wondering, how likely it is for you two to schedule something and do something together again. Like what are the odds of something of like that happening?
I think it feels hard for me to put everything aside and focus on connection. Like I really do miss that connection, and I miss enjoying my life, our life, Miguel and I's life in that way. And like finances are a big deal. This is our daughter's future, and I can't pretend that it's like not getting worse every day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you care a lot about your daughter and her future, and you want to make sure that she's protected. And um, I'm sure Miguel can relate to that. It's probably why he's putting in all this time and effort, to turn things around at the business. So
Yeah.
I'm,
Mhm.
yeah. Can
I
you,
yeah. Yeah, I guess I just like want Anita to trust me. I know that she wants to help me out. I appreciate that. It's not that I dismiss her. I might sound dismissive because there's so much happens in my day that when I come back home, I just don't want to talk about work, and I just want her to trust me. And when she questions me, I feel like she doesn't trust me anymore. And I don't feel like I'm even like deserving of being the man of the house. It gets taken away from me in that moment. I would love to spend time with her. I mean, she's the love of my life. I'll take her tomorrow to do something, but I know that we'll end up talking about work, we'll have a huge fight, and that'll be the end of it. And we'll both regret it, not talk to each other for days and snap at each other and whatnot. It's like we get stuck in a hole and we can't come out of it. It feels like that.
I what really stuck out to me in what you just said, Miguel, is Anita is the love of my life.
Mm.
Yeah. And you want her to trust you so badly. Like that is what is so important to you. And it sounds like maybe there's some fear about, going out tomorrow and connecting and not being able to have that experience with her. If you two were to go out, um, what are the odds that you could, table a conversation about work for one night? Give me a percentage. What are the odds that you could do that?
I could do that 100%.
You could 100% avoid it.
Oh yeah.
I believe that, Miguel. Um, Anita, what about for you?
Um, I don't think it's 100%. I think
What is it? What is the number?
I could maybe do it like 70%. I could do it. I
Okay.
think if,
That's passing. That's a C. Why
yeah,
why why is it not, 50% or 0%? Like why is it 70?
because I do miss that connection. And I think that maybe if we are able to have that, we'll be able to enjoy spending time with each other more often. I think I just like want to make sure that that conversation doesn't get tabled forever, you know?
Yeah.
Like if Miguel is tired every time he comes home from work and doesn't want to talk about it at home, when do we talk about it? At some point, we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
At least I have to talk about it.
Yeah. You're ready to talk about it. You're ready to take action. I can see that in you, Anita. Like you are somebody who can get things done. You're very brave. You're, facing something really scary and you're just going head on into it. And I would guess that's probably something that Miguel really loves about you is just your ability to step into the darkness. Like that is an amazing trait to have in a partner. Um, Miguel, I heard you talking about wanting Anita to trust you, and I'm wondering, um, and this question might feel a little challenging, but I'm wondering, um, how much of you trusts Anita?
Mhm. Of course, I trust her. Well, I would trust her with my life. So I think I think I would definitely trust her 100%.
Okay.
It's not that I mean, I can see why she may feel that because I don't value her opinions, it may seem like I don't trust her, but I think it's less to do with her and more to do with what I hear when she says that you don't have this sorted. And I hear failure in that.
Mm.
I hear that I am failing. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. You know, I hear you say you trust her 100%, and I hear Anita saying, you know, trust me. And it feels like there's a disconnect there. You say you trust her. It seems like she wants you
mm,
to go with her. She has ideas.
mm,
And I'm wondering what would be helpful for you to allow yourself to, you know, take her opinions into consideration and sit with her and listen and have these discussions.
mm.
What do you need to really show her that you do trust her 100%?
I this isn't the first time we are having challenges.
Hmm.
These have been so recent. I think like she said, it's been 6 months or like 6 7 months that we this has been at its peak where we are like constantly at each other's throats. But in the past, she has been gentle with me, in a way that she has been supportive of times where I feel she's been very harsh of late with me, just sort of like judging me constantly and evaluating everything. And that's what makes me feel that I wish she was the old her,
Mm.
just being more supportive versus kind of like attacking me all the time. So yeah, I guess I would want her to be supportive of me and just maybe hear me for once.
How does it feel to hear that?
It hurts. It
Yeah.
hurts to know that I've been making Miguel feel like all I do is attack him. Um, it also kind of hurts to hear that he wants the old me
Yeah.
because I mean, there are parts of me now that I really like that I don't think I used to have. I think
Yeah.
I'm better at standing up for myself now. And I wish that was something he valued too. And maybe he does. Maybe I'm just assuming. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I feel sad, I think. I feel sad that we're at this point where we feel so critical of one another.
Absolutely. I feel that sadness too. I can imagine it doesn't feel great to hear somebody you're with now say they, miss the old you. And I don't think Miguel meant that, in a hurtful way from what I know about Miguel. I think I'm wondering if maybe it's a way for Miguel to kind of I don't know, Miguel, why don't you kind of share with Anita what you meant by that? Because I feel like it, it wasn't supposed to be something hurtful. So
No, I